Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you.
Here in Dusseldorf at the Industry Club, companies from all over Germany have gathered to meet chambers of commerce from all over the United States. Our region is represented here as well. After all, we have long-standing business ties to Germany, especially over the past 60 years or so, since Bayer first set up shop in Robinson Township in a joint venture with Monsanto. The forum is a marketplace of sorts where regions from all over the United States have a chance to meet German companies that are interested in expanding all across North America. Rachel Maurer is president of the German-American Chamber in Pittsburgh. How are you?
Well, good. Welcome to Dusseldorf.
Well, thank you.
Sure.
For folks who don't know the German-American Chamber, what is it exactly that you do in our region?
Well, we foster business and economic development, basically. We're an international chamber of commerce, so we support German companies in Pittsburgh. We support German companies trying to come to Pittsburgh. We support U.S. companies going to Germany as well. So we kind of cover all the different corners, and that's what we try to do. We foster relations and economic development for the Pittsburgh region.
And we have a pretty strong presence of German business in our region already, right?
We have a huge presence. We have almost 130 German companies in our little corner of Pennsylvania. And it's been over maybe 60, 70 years of that developing, with German manufacturing to service companies to technology companies such as Bosch, and then you have Lanxess and Covestro and Bayer. And then we have the small German Mittelstand companies that really are kind of the base of our community, and the smaller manufacturing that are really doing a lot of jobs.
Well, Carroll Neubauer is the chairman of the German-American Chambers of Commerce. Tell me about the forum itself, and what's the purpose of the event here today?
Well, this is our fourth German-American Economic Forum, and we're doing that to bring people together who understand the transatlantic business, who understand the importance of it, and who want to participate in continuing to support it and make it work.
And why Pittsburgh? Where does Pittsburgh? There's lots of big cities in the United States, many that are much bigger than Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's growing. Pennsylvania is the relationship between Germany and Pennsylvania, North Rhine-Westphalia, like here, and Pennsylvania is very intense. So it's a natural choice. And Pittsburgh is up and coming. It's growing. Germans are interested in it, and as we're seeing, not only transatlantic flights now entering into Pittsburgh, but also more and more German companies being interested in looking at the opportunities and even coming to Pittsburgh to found their business there.
Yeah. Well, what is it about Pittsburgh that's attractive?
Well, it's in Pennsylvania, which I think is attractive as a Pennsylvanian myself. In the meantime, the infrastructure that's being created there, starting with the airport and many other things, it's a very savvy and friendly business environment. That's where German companies want to be right now, and a growing environment, of course, with a growing customer base. And I hope that as Pittsburgh grows, so will more connections come that way. But these are very important connections that will help the transatlantic relationship between Pittsburgh and Germany, and from that matter, the rest of Europe grow. I truly believe in that.
Foreign direct investment from Germany and other countries accounted for about 1/3 of the 245 business expansions in our region last year, according to the Pittsburgh Regional Alliance. And landing that investment is a globally competitive process, especially here in Germany, with the largest economy in Europe, and depending on how you cut it, the 4th or 5th largest economy in the world. Mark Renner is with IHK Potsdam, one of Germany's chambers of commerce.
Hello,
Hi,
Bill.
how are you? Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
So for folks back in Pittsburgh who don't know, your IHK is a chamber of commerce much as we would have in the United States?
Yes, absolutely. And it represents, in fact, the German capital region. Okay. Potsdam is the capital of the state of Brandenburg, just outside Berlin.
So representing businesses trying to attract investment into your region as well as support export outside?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's our main focus, and I happen to be the one with the expertise for North America and especially the United States.
Okay, so you think we can grow the relationship, and even between Pittsburgh specifically and companies here in Germany?
Oh, absolutely. I think this is in fact the time to do it.
And why is that?
Well, I look at it from probably a more American perspective, where I say when political tensions are there on a federal level, then in the regions that doesn't necessarily apply. From what I hear from companies that already are engaged in US businesses, relations are as good as ever. In fact, export rates have gone up, and I know for a fact, because we've already discussed this today, that more and more German companies are thinking of actually going that step and cross over the ocean to go to the US. In fact, they consider it now because they say, well, maybe we have to get business done before the political situation may change, which I think it will not.
So the tension we hear about in the United States between President Trump and Angela Merkel, that's on everybody's minds over here as well, to some degree?
Seriously? I think most of the people who do business, they will hardly ever meet the president in person nor the chancellor. So if you take it to a personal level, and that is also what business is about, it works out fine, my experience.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Mark Renner from the Chamber here in Germany. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Of course, you can't travel to Germany and just talk business. There's plenty to see and do here, and I'm not just talking beer. In fact, one of the most amazing sights you can see in all of Germany is here in Cologne. It's actually the Dome, Cologne's medieval cathedral. Our region's business will be back in Cologne, Germany, right after this.